going through midlife is difficult. I think it's difficult for everybody because we're not prepared for it. We don't know what is going to happen, and we've seen so many different things and heard so many different things and heard of people going through midlife. And, you think it has to do something with getting a Harley Davidson or, cheating on your spouse or things like that. And although those things happen, what's actually really happening in this midlife crisis is that we come to a point in our life where we start taking stock of what we've done so far. And we realize that we're actually really far from the mark that we started. And that frustrates us. It freaks us out. And what happens is we get to this, we start feeling like a failure. We start feeling like we didn't do what we set out to do. We got sidetracked, and we begin to blame everything and everybody that's been in our life for the past 20 years because they're the culprits. They are the ones that are guilty. They are the reason why we didn't do what we were going to do. And that's wrong. Actually, those people and those situations and everything that happened to you from back then until now have made you who you are today. So first of all, before you start having a midlife crisis and freaking out over not being who you thought you would be at this point in your life, think, are you happy with what you have in your life? Forget what you wanted, but just think about what you have right now. Are you happy with it? Are you in a good place? Do you love things in your life? Are you grateful for the things you have, the people you have, the relationships you have? Do you have a good job? Do you have a nice car? Do you have your health? Do you have a wonderful family? Well, if you have any of those things, maybe not all of them, but if you have any of those things, there are already things to be grateful for, and there's no real reason why you should be having a crisis. Now, the good news is that it's never too late to actually do what you wanted to do. I think that's a big misconception that people have. They think that because they're already in their 40s or, God forbid, their 50s, they think that it's too late to do any of the things that they wanted to do when they were young. Well, it's not. The thing is, you have to know exactly what it is you want to do. Why is it that you want to do this? This is very important. Is your why still there? Do you still have this why? Because if you don't, then maybe you don't want that anymore. And you're having a crisis for no reason whatsoever. So figure out if you still want this and why you still want it. If that's still in check, then figure out what you can do at this point to change things. Start moving in the right direction. Doesn't matter what you do. Take a small step. Just do something. I guarantee you, once you get started, everything will start happening. Little by little, it'll show itself to you, and you will be able to do what you're supposed to do next. So don't pay too much attention to that. Knowing what you want to do and why you want to do it is the first step, and then you have to just start. Start and go. And you know what? Like I said, it's never too late. This is only halftime. You still got a lifetime ahead. I mean, if you're in your 40s, especially, I mean, think about it. If you're 45, what's that? Double is 90. That's normal right now. My grandfather is 95 years old, is going to be 96 this year. My grandmother is going to be 98 this year. I know a few other people that are in their early 90s. So this is very common nowadays. And just to add a little bit more to that, my grandfather, who wanted to be a writer when he was young, settled for, well, he didn't settle, but he ended up becoming a lawyer. He had a family, he had to take care of his family, and he became a lawyer, a very successful lawyer, but he wasn't writing. I mean, he wrote maybe here or there. And at 94 years old, after my grandmother passed away, he decided to start writing heavily. He had all this extra time. And in the last 2 years, he's published 5 books. Self-published, but still published 5 books. And I believe he's working on another one right now. So it's never too late to fulfill your dream. So get on with it. Don't have a nervous breakdown here. Don't have a crisis. That's actually up to you. The crisis doesn't just happen. You make it happen. So decide against it and do something to make sure that you don't have one. Okay, so I hope this helped you guys. If it did, I'm going to be having a workshop in the next 2 weeks on May 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, 1 hour each day, where I'm going to be going deep into midlife crisis, talking about these things, talking about what you can do to avoid one, or if you're in the middle of one, what you can do to get out of it. And we'll go deep. So if you're interested, go to my website, beaherocreative.com/no crisis, or just go to the website, beahero.com. The workshop is right there on the first page, on the landing page. You can click on it, you can register, and you will get access to the Facebook group where all the magic will take place. So don't waste time. Do that right now before you forget. So you don't miss your chance in 2 weeks. I really do think it's going to help a lot of people. And if you know anyone that this can help, please let them know and direct them over to beaherocreative.com. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.